Hello everyone, it's your friend Moonhorse here once again. I don't know why I did that all prim and proper. It's a weird night. Tonight's kind of weird. Okay, I'm going to read you some stories. I might do two of these, depending on how long it takes for me to read this. I think we can go for two. So, these are both viewer-submitted stories. I'm going to use your Reddit name because I didn't think to look up everything else, and it's just I'm really tired. I'm sorry, but yeah, these are two user submitted stories, and here we go. From Reddit user Fallout Girl 1982. That's a name. I don't know anything. Is it the game? I'm sorry. Anyway. See, the first time I read this title, it worried me just a little bit. The title is just, Have My Baby. Here we go. Okay, did the math today, and I've tried at least 8 different dating apps / sites. One of my favorites, not really, interactions goes as follows. I received a message from a guy who's about 100 miles away from where I live. Conversation started off normally enough, but soon devolved into a spiral of absolute weirdness I have yet to encounter ever again. I'm a single mother, and I'm always upfront about my daughter being the first in my life. Understandable. So this guy, who had no profile picture, okay, first off, red flag, starts asking me questions on what it's like to be a single parent. Because, it's fun to work and struggle, I guess. And if I have given any thought to having more children, I'm not going to lie, so I say, I love my daughter, but being a single mom is hard work, and if I met the right guy, I'd like to have more eventually. Then he sends me a message that was at least 5 inches long on my phone, asking me to have a child for him so that he can, quote, know his genes are out there in the world. Oh, no. And of course, because he's in a committed relationship with a woman who can't / won't give him a child, after he knocks me up, he will have nothing to do with me or the child. No child support, no contact, nothing. Yeah, I politely declined, which, pretty sure, blocked and reported him, actually. This is just one of many, and arguably the weirdest. Oh, that was a short one, and it's full of bad. Oh, fuck. Okay. In another video, I don't know which one of these is going to go up first, but I'm going to go ahead and say this again just in case it didn't get out there already. Okay, so he has no profile picture, but I'm willing to bet if he did, he'd have the crazy eye. Now, for those of you who are not experienced with crazy people, you don't know what the crazy eye is. See, there's a look. There's a look certain people have where you can look at them and be like, that one's crazy. That one's completely fucking crazy. It is not gender or ethnic specific. Anyone, anywhere can have the crazy eye, and everyone will tell you they know at least one person who does. It's just a given. Everybody knows that person. They may not be related to them, but they do know them. Dating sites, sad to say, are filled with crazy eye. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of people on there who post things or try to create their own profile, and they honestly choose the worst picture, but, I mean, the name is Crazy Eye, so you can't exactly expect them to be sane when it comes to choosing the best picture. This is just a given. But yeah, moving away. I don't know why I said devolve. I think because I saw the word devolving on the screen. Moving away from the crazy eye discussion, this alone, I mean, what the fuck? To just randomly message someone because they already have one kid and being like, let me just put another kid in you and then have nothing to do with you because I want to know that my genes are somewhere out in the world. You know another way that you could do that, buddy? It's called a sperm bank. You could just do that. But that's... I'm willing to bet the main reason that that's not a thing that he wanted to do is because that doesn't involve the actual action of doing it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I've seen that comment. There are big air quotes around that one. From people on sites and shit like that before, where they go on and on about like, well, I just want to have a family one day. It's like, but you've made no steps towards doing that. Nothing in your actions, behavior, or history has ever shown anything even remotely along the lines of wanting a family. It's not a family that you're after, my pseudo-emotional friend, who's honestly quite not quite as emotional as they're liking to put on. It's just the action of making that family that you're into, isn't it? I'm willing to bet it's more that than it is the actual family continuation. I don't really know why I needed a third word. I said continue. It kind of fits. Whatever. The point is, creepy guys will use that. I have definitely heard that many, many times. I will say this, if you haven't already done this, I think every guy should do this at least once. Not on a dating site, or not on a site where people are actually looking for major, conversations. You use an app like Whisper, or something like that. Something that's totally anonymous. Set yourself, if you're a guy, set yourself as a woman, and post completely innocuous things. Things like, the weather's nice. Coffee's good. I kind of like TV. Shit like that. Watch how many fucking nasty weirdos assault your inbox. It's honestly an eye-opening experience. Because there are a million different guys who will always say the same thing. And I have seen this for myself. I know guys who are just like, there's no way all these guys act like that. Yes, they do. Yes, there are so fucking many. Yes, they do. It's, honestly, I think a lot of it has to do with the anonymity of the internet. What's that old, that Ben Franklin quote? You can ask a man his opinion, but if he's wearing a mask, he'll tell you the truth. Something like that. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. It's probably not even Ben Franklin. Whatever. Point is, anonymity makes people tell the truth. Anonymity makes a lot of people show their true colors because they feel like they have no responsibility. They feel like they are not tied to their statements or their comments or anything in any way. They can just say shit. That's why a lot of people will just randomly say shit on the internet because they're convinced it won't come back on them. And that's why we know that's not true. Like, if someone... there are ways, of course, to completely make yourself anonymous, but it also involves never speaking. That's honestly the best way to be completely anonymous on the internet, is you don't talk, period. Because if you have nothing to say, no one will ever try to find you. But it's not fun, and it's not an expression. So the more you express yourself, the more information, of course, will come out. It's a thing. It's just, whatever. But these guys thrive on platforms where there's, total anonymity, where they can just change things at random. They just become someone else or something like that. And they send these ungodly, horrifically disgusting messages. And I think some of them, it's the, what's it called? The Bart Simpson effect? Where you're just making a prank call for the sake of making a prank call. I think some of them do that. I don't know. Now, I'm not positive. Again, I'm not like a researcher or anything. But I think a lot of them also kind of do that thing where they just, they know they're not going to get a response. They know that, sending one really gross sexual message to someone is never going to get a response. It's just the thrill of doing it. And does that, okay, does that make it okay? No, of course not. It makes it horrible. They know it's horrible. That's why they're doing it. It's the thrill of doing something horrible. That's why they're doing it. But it's weird whenever you realize that if you engage with them for 5 minutes, some of them you realize no, they mean it. They're 100% serious. They really think that sending random pictures of their penis to strangers on the internet means that, oh yeah, they're like 1 out of 1,000,000 times, they're totally gonna love it. Why? Why would anyone want that? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, as the idea of just like, I want you to have my child, but then I'll never speak to you again, just because I want my not to know my genes are out there in the world. That's a new one. That's a new excuse for me. I've heard a lot of bullshit excuses, but that's a new one for me. I didn't know that one. Oh, it's terrifying how creative they can be, isn't it? It's not terrifying. What's the word I'm looking for? Disgusting. Disgusting how creative they can be. That's the word I'm looking for. Disgusting. Vomitous. I actually did manage to make this video a whole video. Holy shit. Look at that. Well, you know, I'm in a good mood, so I'm just gonna talk a lot. Fuck it. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this story and my, I don't know, 8.5 minutes of pointless rambling, thank you very much. I've also been told, I don't talk about this enough, if you want to send stories or submissions, anything, they don't have to be Neckbeard related, just any weird thing that you think I'd be interested in reading on this channel, or that you want me to read, send it to my subreddit. I have a subreddit, r/Moonhorse stories. I mean, you don't get more direct than that. And yeah, I'll read it. I got no problem reading it. I'm totally down with that. I also have a Patreon if you'd like to support, you know, whatever the hell it is I'm doing here. That'd be really appreciated. And if you can't, that's totally cool too. Totally understand. Not a problem. The most important thing is that you're all here and that we're all having fun. I almost burped on that last one. Oh god. I ate soup way too fast. I think I'm gonna make myself sick. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you all. Goodbye.